The incarnation of Lord Sri Mayadapurushottam Ram is an important and revered story in Hinduism, which we know as Ramayana. This story is described in detail in the Ramayana composed by sage Valmiki and Ramcharitmanas by Tulsidas. Purpose of Ram Avatar: Lord Vishnu incarnated as Ram to destroy the ego of Ravana and establish Dharma on earth. Ravana had a boon to become invincible, that he would not be destroyed by gods, demons and yakshas, but could be killed by humans and monkeys, so Lord Vishnu took human incarnation as Ram. Sri Dashratha was the king of the Ikshvaku dynasty in the city of Ayodhya. He had 3 queens, Kaushalya, Kaikeyi and Sumitra. King Dashratha had no children. So he performed Putrakameshti Yagna to get a son. On completion of the Yagya, Agni Dev gave divine kheer, which the king distributed among his 3 queens. Due to the effect of this kheer, Sri Ram was born from the womb of Kaushalya Devi, Bharat from the womb of Kaikeyi Devi, and Lakshman and Shatrugna from the womb of Sumitra. Sri Ram was the incarnation of Lord Vishnu. In childhood, Sri Ram and his brothers received education from Guru Vasishtha. He became proficient in the art of weapons. Once Maharishi Vishwamitra came to the kingdom of King Dashratha and requested him to send Ram and Lakshman along with him. Because demons named Tharaka, Subahu and Marich were interfering in his yagya, Rishi Vishwamitra enters the forest with Ram and Lakshman. On the way, he teaches Rama the mantras of strength and extreme strength, because of which Rama never feels pain and fatigue. In the forest lived a demoness named Tharaka, who had become a scourge for humans and sages. Sage Vishwamitra ordered Rama to destroy this demon. Rama killed Tharaka and freed Mother Earth and sages from this deadly demoness. After Tharaka's death, Rama and Lakshmana reach Siddhashrama with Maharshi Vishwamitra, where the Yagna begins. During the Yagna, the demons Subahu and Maricha attack with their allies. Rama kills Subahu with a fire arrow and throws Maricha into the abyss. Lakshmana also destroys other demons. Finally, the sages' yagna is completed without any hindrance. Ahalya, she was the wife of sage Gautama and was known for her beauty and chastity. According to Ramayana, Devraj Indra took the form of sage Gautama and seduced Ahalya. When sage Gautama realized this, he cursed Ahalya that she would turn into stone. However, he predicted that Lord Sri Rama would come there and free Ahalya from her curse. When Sri Rama was travelling to Mithila with sage Vishwamitra, on the way they reached Gautama Rishi's ashram. When Sri Ram's feet touched the stone, Ahalya regained her human form and was freed from the curse. She was reunited with her husband sage Gautama and received divine blessings. Sita, daughter of King Janaka of Mithila, had special qualities and was an incarnation of goddess Lakshmi. King Janak declared that whoever could string the bow of Lord Shiva would be able to marry Sita. During the Swayamvara, many kings and great warriors failed to lift the bow, but Sri Ram broke it with ease. Sri Ram and Sita got married. Also Lakshmanurmila, Bharat Mandavi and Shatrugna Shrutkirti got married. King Dasharath wanted to make Sri Ram the king of Ayodhya, but Queen Kaikeyi asked for 2 boons from King Dasharath. Bharat should be crowned and Sri Ram should be exiled for 14 years. Accepting the orders of the father, Sri Ram, Sita and Lakshman went to the forest. This is a story of a time. Sri Ram, Mother Sita and brother Lakshman lived in an ashram in the dense forest of Dandakaranya. The evil demons of the forest harassed the sages. but Rama Lakshmana were ready to protect them. Ravana's sister Shurpankha used to wander in this forest. She was a demoness, but had the power to change shape at will. One day she came near Rama's ashram while strolling. There she saw Sri Ram, his strong physique, divine glow and calm nature. She was immediately mesmerized. Shurpankha changed her form to that of an extremely beautiful woman and approached Sri Ram. She said sweetly, "O Ram, I am enchanted by your beauty. You are the best person on earth. I am also handsome and strong enough to be you. You marry me." Sri Ram smiled and said, "Shurpankha, I am already married and my wife Sita is my life partner. I am a devoted wife. Will you go to my brother Lakshman?" Shurpankha immediately approached Lakshman and demanded him to come for marriage. Lakshman laughed and said, "I am a servant of Rama. It is not in my destiny to serve you. If you have to marry, go to my brother Rama. He will be the right choice for you." Shurpankha could not tolerate this joke. She became angry and assumed her truly fierce form. In anger she pounced on Mata Sita, but Lakshman immediately drew his sword and cut her nose. Injured and humiliated, Shurpankha reached Lanka and complained to her brother Ravana, "O brother, Rama and Lakshman have insulted me gravely. Sita ji is an embodiment of unforgettable beauty. You will be proud if you marry her." The fire of lust and ego burned in Ravana's mind. He called the demon Marich for help and made a plan. Marich took the form of a golden deer and ran towards Panchavati. Mother Sita saw that deer and was fascinated by its beauty. "Oh Lord, I want this deer, please catch it." Sita ji pleaded to Sri Ram. Sri Ram went to chase the deer. Lakshman ji was kept there to protect Sita ji. Within a few minutes Ramji's voice came, "O Lakshman, save me." Mata Sita got worried. "Lakshman, my lord is in trouble. Go immediately." Lakshmanji knew that there was some conspiracy in Ramji's voice, but on the request of Mother Sita he drew a line. "Mother, do not cross this line," and set out to find Ram. In a short while Ravana came in the form of a sage and started begging for alms. Sita ji crossed the line and immediately Ravana came in his real form and kidnapped her. "O Lord! O Lakshman!" Mother Sita groaned, but Ravana took her in his plane and rushed towards Lanka. The vines started moving, the birds became mute, and the whole nature became silent. During his journey in search of Sita ji, Sri Ram killed many demons on the way. When Sri Ram and Lakshman passed through Dandakaranya to find Sitamata, they reached the ashram of Shabri Mata. Shabri Mata was a very pious and devoted woman. Under the command of his Guru Matang Rishi, he stayed in her ashram for years and waited for the arrival of Lord Sri Ram. Shabri Mata did not go a single day where she lacked devotion to Sri Ram. When she came to know that Lord Sri Ram had reached her ashram, her happiness knew no bounds. He welcomed him with devotion and kept sweet booze with devotion. Sri Ram told Shabri Mata that the king of Lanka, Ravana, had kidnapped his wife Sita ji and was looking for her. On hearing this, Shabri Mata became very sad, but immediately guides him. He advises Lord Sri Ram to go to Pampaswarar and Kishkindha city. Monkey King Sugriva lives there. He will help you in finding Sita Mata. You have a great devotee named Hanuman. who will be able to complete your task. Sri Ram and Shabri are extremely pleased with this devotion and knowledge of the mother. They bless her that the gates of heaven will always remain open for devotees like her, and Shabri Mata will attain salvation. Sri Ram and Lakshman leave for Kishkinda, where they meet Hanuman for the first time. Sri Ram befriended the monkey king Sugriva and destroyed Bali. Then Hanuman went to Lanka and brought Sita's message. As per Hanuman's instructions, Sri Ram and the monkey army left for Lanka. Vibhishan supported Sri Ram. Sri Ram reached Lanka by building a bridge over the sea. Ram Lakshman, Hanuman, Sugriva and all the monkeys fought in the Lanka war. Finally, Sri Ram killed Ravana and freed Sita Mata. After 14 years, Sri Ram returned to Ayodhya with Sita and Lakshman. Bharatha happily made Sri Ram the king. His coronation was celebrated on the night of Diwali. Sri Rama's reign came to be known as Ramrajya, where there was justice, peace and prosperity. The basic principles of Ramayana inspire us to follow the path of dharma, truth and duty in life. The life of Lord Rama teaches us that no matter what the circumstances, the path of truth and dharma is always supreme. Ramayana is not only a divine tale but also an eternal philosophy of life, which inspires us to follow the path of purpose and philanthropy. The life of Sri Mayat Purushottam Ram is inspirational for everyone.